Welcome to Real Kiwi Fishing. This week I'm on another solo, but this time I'm off the rocks. It's got a little kelpie here. There you go, just a little kelpie. Now he's probably takeable. He's probably around that sort of 32, 33. And he's swallowed the hook, so I'll probably take him home. But yeah, I'm on a solo today, off the rocks this time. Got like a southwest blowing, so I've come up the coast a little bit, get out of that wind. Still semi cross shore, but got up here early this morning, and I'm just gonna flick around a few baits in the shallows here. So hopefully get into a few more fish, and hopefully you enjoy. Now I've actually got a new combo for off the rocks. It's a little Okuma set. What it is it's the 60 Coronado bait runner, and I'm running it off a concept tournament rod, 10 foot 2-piece. This is my first time using it, and I actually quite like it. It's nice and light. That 10 foot's perfect for off the rocks. And the little Coronado here, I quite like it. Being a bait runner, perfect for off the rocks. Got about 12 kilos of drag, so heaps of grunt there when you need it. And there's quite a few cool things about these reels. Quite like. The main thing I really like about it is that dial for your bait runner actually intrudes inside the body, so any water like that comes up, splashes on the reel, it'll always drip down and it'll get to the bottom of that reel and it'll just drip off, won't go into that bait runner area, unlike those sort of dials that are open on the bottom and the water just sneaks in through those little gaps. So this little dial here intrudes into the back of the body, which I quite like. It's got the heavy duty ball bearings in it, and it's got a CRC coating on it, so it's really built for the salt water. And it's got the rubber gasket up in the drag system, so it sort of keeps out that salt water really well. So I quite like it. First time using it, so we'll have another look at it down the track. And these tournament rods, the Okuma rods, are quite cool actually, because they're actually designed in New Zealand, so they're built for that New Zealand market. Got the guys here actually getting them built to the specs that they want, so you've got New Zealand fishermen fishing with these rods. And it's got the undirectional wrap through the rod. And the cool thing is, it's got longitudinal fibres running up through that top end, so it gives it heaps of power, heaps of lifting power, heaps of grunt there. And also it's got a white tip on it, which I quite like for obviously night fishing. As soon as you get your light on it, it lights up, so the white tip's pretty cool. But yeah, we'll take a better look at it later on down the track when I've sort of given it a good hammering and see how it's still performing for me. got a little nudge there. Wasn't big. Ran with the bait. Just using half pulleys. Quite like using those bigger baits. Even go to a whole pulley, especially that early morning when you know the big fish are sort of mooching around in the shallows. Just give them some big baits to grab. But at the moment I'm just cutting them in half, so 2 baits, 1 head and 1 tail. I'll probably only get a couple of hours here, actually get cut off by the tide round there on the corner. And this morning was really more about coming out and just giving this new combo a flick. It's actually an old school spot that we used to fish years ago. We used to fish a little bit further down here on the coast, but I've fished here once before and got some nice fish, and quite a few of them, but it's quite a long time ago. But yeah, today was just more about coming out and giving this combo a good flick around. It is quite rocky and reefy out in front of me, so I'm just running a little ball sinker. Got a cross shore wind, so I don't want that wind pushing my bait around too much. Just get hooked up all the time on the reef and the foul. So this is the rig I'm using. Basically I'm running 20-pound line. What I do is I do a surgeon's loop, and that just doubles my trace. There's a little surgeon's loop there. And then I'm running a little, I'd say 1/12 or 1/8 ball sinker straight to the hook. So similar to my stray lining rig. And that's all you pretty much need off the rocks. Now if there was no wind, I'd probably leave that sinker out and just have a floating bait, but that's pretty much my rig right there. Well, pretty much going to call it a morning. It was a quick morning, only had 2 hours on the spot. Waves is coming up, there's a bit of a swell rolling, so it's going to push me off pretty quickly, and I might as well just head off. Short and sharp, not a lot of action for you guys. Just got the 1 fish this morning. Had a few bites and a couple of nice strikes, but that fish was actually 34 centimeters and he swallowed the hook, so I'm going to take him home for brekkie. But thought I'd post this up for you guys anyway, something to watch. Not a lot of action, but hopefully get onto a few more fish next time. Till next time, tight lines.
Thanks for watching another great day out fishing with Real Kiwi Fishing. And you can also find more of my movies on my YouTube channel, Real Kiwi Fishing.